Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. We're going to do a final thoughts and feelings of Angelo. As everyone knows, he passed away, and he was one of my favorite artists. So I gave it a day so he can rest a little bit, kind of transition, and then now I'm going to do a final thoughts and feelings, see what we get from him. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe if you want that personal reading. I have 3 decks here, y'all, because this is going to require 3 decks. We're going to start with my older deck first. This is my newer deck. This is my older deck, and then this is one called Mystic Soul Tarot deck. I don't use it often. This was actually a gift from someone, so I use it every now and then. Okay. So anyway, I want to see what messages from Angelo. Final thoughts and feelings. All right, already getting something here. Yeah, final thoughts and feelings. Now remember, I work with spirit. I've been doing this for a long time. What do you see for Angelo? Final thoughts and feelings. What do you see for Angelo? What do you see for Angelo? Looks like someone lied to him about something. So we're going to get to that in a minute. Yeah, I expected he didn't. What do you see for Angelo? Let me move these over. Put these aside. Start lining these up. I don't know why my camera looks so fuzzy. Okay, final thoughts and feelings. Okay. All right. We're gonna stop there. Okay, so the first one I'm getting is a money card. It's a pentacle. It's a 10 of pentacles, but it's in the reverse. I'm seeing that he was still owed money from somewhere. Somebody owed him money. Then the upright, this is third-party money. When someone owes you money or an inheritance. It could mean either one. But it looks like he was owed money that he didn't get because there was someone else that had their eye on that money as well. And it looks like it never came through. So now that's why it's in the reverse. And the reverse means that money's in stagnation. So whoever it was where he was waiting on money or just didn't come through, either someone took it from him. Because see, here's the watchtower. The watchtower represents someone else has their eye on that money too. All right, but it's in the reverse. So that means you didn't get your money. He didn't get the money he was waiting for. Wherever it came from, it just didn't come. He did not get the money. So it looks like he's in thought about that, trying to say, hey, you know, I never got that. It was unfair. Kind of mad about it, or was mad about it, because that money was, he almost feels like it was stolen from him, that someone stole money from him because they took it when they weren't supposed to take it. Okay, now I'm seeing the Knight of Swords. As we all know, this is the card of the player. But in this case, he's saying that a lot of people perceived him that way, especially in his younger days, because he was a very sexual person. And I'm also hearing that he doesn't want people to forget his sex appeal. You know, how he was, you know, the romantic, things like that. But he says in reality, he wasn't really that way. That was just for the show. I'm hearing the word for the show. So, you know, of course, you know, when you're famous artists, you had to put on a show for people. So that was for the show, he was saying. But in reality, deep down in his heart, he was actually a good guy, and he was always perceived as this romantic player, had a lot of women, this, that, and that. But he doesn't want to be remembered that way. He doesn't want for people to forget his sexiness, but he doesn't want to be remembered as a player, or, basically what he put out there. Okay. Some of his videos were kind of steamy, beautiful. I liked a lot of them, but some of them were kind of steamy. So that brought on that type of persona on him. So now he's thinking, maybe I shouldn't have been so sexual, because, I left a lasting impression on people of him being that way. And now he's like, he doesn't want to be perceived as a player, but he still wants people to remember how good he looked, just his sex appeal. I keep hearing the word sex appeal. Now I'm seeing that someone didn't tell him the truth, that he found out a lie or a truth about something. This is most likely a relationship. Someone was telling him, like promising him, say, this is a sneaky card. Someone's sneaking off. You're stealing your energy, telling you all kinds of good things. Why? Because the yellow is here that represent brand new coming in. So this person's telling you all this great stuff, like I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to do this, that. Now, this could pertain to anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, because these are swords. It could be someone that promised him stuff and they didn't deliver, but then they left. These two swords behind represent evidence left behind. So in the reverse, that represents he found out truths about this person, what they did, and actually it was quite shocking to him that somebody could deceive him that way, because this was someone he trusted. This is someone he trusted, maybe a confidant or something like that, and he feels like they deceived him. And he kind of like kept this to himself because he didn't want to be embarrassed. That's what I'm hearing, the word embarrassed, for other people to know that he was deceived this way by this person. This person carries the sword energy, which is not a good energy to have. This person makes you feel imprisoned, or, just gives you not good feelings of not security, no security there. So he found out some truths about someone that did him dirty, kind of robbed him. This is a thief. I'm hearing a thief. There was a thief in the mist is what I keep hearing. Maybe they stole money from him or documents. I'm hearing something about documents, and, and they didn't do him right. Okay, so he's trying to put it out there that this is what happened. I don't know if he ever talked about it or not, but that he's trying to put that out there. Now here he's saying that he didn't see the true calling of the situation. This is the judgment when the angel's blasting his horn, saying, wake up to these people that are on these dark places here. Wake up. You don't see the truth. They call this that great aha card, or the great awakening card, because it's waking you up to the truth, to something you haven't noticed. You're not seeing the true calling of a situation. Then this could pertain to this right here. Whoever that he was involved with this, he's saying he didn't see the true calling of that situation, which, led to a thing for him that wasn't so great, And the tower, this is the unexpected event of his demise. See, I'm getting choked up because he's getting choked up. See, every time I do these type of readings, I feel what they feel. So I'm feeling a lot of, like losing my breath. He's like getting choked up. So, yeah. So this is the tower where he's realizing, that it was about to happen. He knew it was going to happen one day because he was sick. He just wasn't expecting it when it happened. So for him, it was an unexpected event. Okay. Because you can know that you're sick and that event is coming, that it'll end, but to not know exactly when was torture. I'm hearing that he's saying it was torture for him to not know the exact date of it. Of course, a lot of people can't predict that. And, because we're not God. We can't really predict when a person's going to die. We can kind of round about it, give a roundabout time or date. But he's saying that it came too quick. It was an unexpected event, but it's in the reverse now. So I see that since a day or two has passed, he's like trying to put it down, trying to accept it. In other words, I don't see that he has crossed over yet. I see that he's waiting on something. He's moving towards the light. Maybe it's taken him a little bit to go that way because, he was huge. He was a huge movie star, and there was a lot of loose ends that he didn't get to tie up, a lot of business stuff, stuff like that. So I do feel like he'll reach that point. It's just going to take him some time. Okay. But what initially, I can't say that word. He's laughing. I'm hearing laughter, laughing. He's saying laughing. Yes, I know I can't say that word. Anyway, he's saying that what frightened him, let me use that word instead, at first was, now it's not so frightening. Okay, y'all, he's making me laugh. It's not so frightening anymore. Okay, we're going to leave that alone, Angelo. Okay, so this is the devil. This is the card of addictions, and not just addictions like drug and alcohol. That's major, okay? But there was other addictions like to people, places, things, stuff like that. So, come through, D'Angelo, come through. And I'm seeing that there was a few things that he was addicted to. I'm not going to say it was drugs and alcohol or anything like that, but he was saying that there was a few things that he was addicted to that he just couldn't put down. He's not really specifying what that is or what it was. But I'm seeing that. Okay, so we're going to leave that alone as well. Now, this is the sun when you have a new beginning. So this could mean starting over, fresh start. So I'm seeing that now, he's saying to himself, okay, this has happened to me. The end has come. Because this also means the end of a karmic cycle here. He's saying that it's done. I have to start over. I have a new direction. I'm moving towards the light. So he's moving towards the light now, and he's going to start a new way of living. He's saying a new way of living. He wanted to heal really, really bad. You see the sunflowers in the background. That always represents healing of a major disease or something that you might, illness that you might have, but he didn't get to that point. But he said that he has, I'm hearing self-healing. He has self-healing in his heart and in his mind, and that's what his, I'm hearing the word direction. That's what he's saying the word direction, and so he wants to start a new beginning, a new life. This is the life banner in the area that he's at or going to. He's going to start over, and it's going to be a fresh start. I'm hearing the word fresh start for him. So he will be moving towards the light. I'm hearing he will be crossing over, and then he'll start a fresh start. I'm hearing the word fresh start, new beginning for him, which is in the afterlife for him. All right, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this reading here. The energy is really, really strong, so I need to get out of this energy. And I'll probably do a part 2 as some time passes to see what, to see what other messages that he has, and then we'll go from there. All right, D'Angelo. Move towards the light, okay? Move towards the light. May you rest in peace. Thank you, D'Angelo, for all the beautiful music that you gave us throughout your lifetime. You had some of the most beautiful music I think I've heard in a back then and in a long time. So I hope that you can move towards the light and find peace in your life. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. This is Jasmine from Magic Tarot Cards. See you next time.